All right, we're going to do Guided Class Practice 109A together today. And so we're just going to get started now. Number 1, there are 20 children in Mrs. Williamson's class. She divided, keyword there, I'm going to square that. She divided the children into 5 groups. How many children are in each group? So my question here is how many children are in each group? I'm going to circle that word children because I'm going to answer in the word children. Whatever my answer is, it's going to have children as the label. So bracket, there are 20 children in her class and divided into 5 groups. So that means that she has... Each is a different group, okay? And we want to know how many students are going to be in each group. So, what is my large number here? That's 20. And what number are we dividing by? How many groups are we making? We're dividing by 5. And 20 divided by 5 is 4. Okay, 4 what? 4 children. This answer says that there are 4 children in each group. Let's go back and let's see if drawing, if when we draw out this problem, if we get the same answer. So let's see. We know there's lots of different ways we can answer the same math problem. So to divide these up, I'm going to count to 20, putting 1 in a group each time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If I zoom in here, we can see that there are 4 students in each group. So either way we choose to solve this problem, we do come out with that same answer of if 20 students are divided into 5 groups, there will be 4 students or 4 children in each group. Okay, let's move to number 2. Write $25,690.17 as you would on a check. Don't forget to use your math folder if you need to for writing any words. Okay, so I'm going to start by writing 25,000. I'm going to write a little smaller, 20-5, the word 1,000. What do I need after 1,000? It's kind of moving my board a lot. Okay, I need a comma. 600. 90. And need to write my fraction. How many pennies out of 100? 17. Okay, so let's double check. 25,000, 690. Yep, that's what I see here, and 17 cents. Now we're going to write 36,407 using digits. So 36, just as I would any other time I write 36. Then I put that comma, that tells me that's going to be what? 1,407. Ooh, 7 needs to represent ones, so I need to make sure I put a 0 in my tens spot. Okay, let's jump on down to number 3. It's 4:45 in the morning. Ooh, 4:45. Not 5 yet, it's 4:45. So show the time on the clock face and write the digital time. Remember, my quarters. I have a quarter here and a quarter here. This one is quarter. Do you guys remember what that one is? Quarter after. This one is quarter. You guys remember? Quarter to. Okay, so which of those does it represent here? It's quarter to 5. So we're going to choose our minute hand to be pointing directly at the 9. Now, if it's quarter to 5, we know that it is not 5 yet. So what hour would it be? Where should I be pointing my hand in? Between what two numbers? I'm going to point them between the 4 and the 5. It's still 4 o'clock, but in 15 minutes, it's going to be 5. So this is saying, oh, it's getting close to 5, almost 5, but for 15 minutes, it's going to be 4. So how would I write this time digitally? I'd write my hour, which is 4. And 45 would be my minutes. And it said morning. So it's morning here. So would that be AM or PM? That would be AM. So it's 4:45 AM. Okay. Number 4. Fill in the missing addends. So we have 32 plus what equals 100, and blank plus 49 equals 100. This is where we do our rounding. We're going to do our rounding to see what it would be. So 30 would round to what? Sorry, I just told you the answer. 32 would round to what? 30. Okay. Hey, I do that in class too sometimes, don't I? And we know what plus 30 would always equal 100. 70. Okay, so we know 30 plus 70 is always 100. So I add 2 to 30 to get 32. So I need to take 2 away from 70. So what is 2 less than 70? 68. So 32 plus 68 equals 100. Now blank plus 49 equals 100. I'll try not to give you the answer early this time. What are we going to round 49 to? We'll round that to 50. What plus 50 always equals 100? 50. So I took 1 away from 50 over here to make 49. So I need to add 1 to 50 here, which would equal 51. 51 plus 49 equals 100. Number 5. How much change will you receive from $1? Ooh, I want to remind you, $1 is the same thing as 100 cents. So we're going to be doing a very similar activity here that we just did with our missing addend. Okay, so what would I round 24 cents to? I would round it to 20. And what do I need to add to 20 to make 100? I need to round 8. I need to add 80. I added 4 to make 24. So I need to take 4 away from 80. So what is 4 less than 80? That would be 76 cents. Your change would be, I'm just going to box it so you can see it, 76 cents. Okay, we have our box here to put our answer. Trace a pair of perpendicular line segments using a green crayon. All right, You guys remember the rule with my perpendicular line? I always think of Blaze Afresh. Okay. So let's go over quick. I'm going to use my pink. These kind of lines that never touch are called what? Parallel. Ooh, it's an L, not a T. Parallel. Okay. Any lines that cross are called what? Intersecting. But when my lines make a perfect 90-degree angle, you could fit a square in there. They're called perpendicular. I have to add that down here. Okay, perpendicular, big word. Okay, so on my square here, I want to find two lines that are perpendicular. I can choose I have an option between 4 different answers. So the ones I choose are not necessarily, they are not the only option. I'm just going to choose 2, okay? So here and here. This is a right angle. Those are perpendicular lines. Okay. With a different green, I'm going to show you another 2. You don't have to do this, but I just want you to know there's more than one answer. And so that's how I'm going to show you. Okay. So another option would be this line and this line. They make a right angle. Okay. These colors are kind of hard to see. There we go. Okay, this one's really hard to see. It kind of looks like yellow. And that one, those 2 lines are perpendicular. I'm going to do the other one in blue just because I only have 3 different green crayons, okay? And then this one and this one, those would be perpendicular. Okay, so any of those options, don't do all of them. Just choose 2 of those, or 2 lines, one of those intersections to choose which one is showing line segments, perpendicular line segments. And I do want you to put that square in there just because that helps tell your brain that was a right angle. Oh, look at this from our lesson. Find my pen here. Okay, so remember, we're going to multiply these 2 numbers by each other, then add the correct amount of zeros. So 8 times 4 is 32. And how many zeros am I going to add? I'm going to add 2 zeros and make my place values. I have 1, 2, 3. After that third, that 100. I know I always need that comma to represent thousands. Let's jump over to 3 times 5,000. I'm going to multiply 3 by 5, which would be 15. And how many zeros am I going to add? I'm going to add 3. 1, 2, 3. Count back. 1, 2, 3. That is 15,000. 9 times 3 is 27. How many zeros am I going to add? 1. So 9 times 30 is 270. I'm going to times 20 times 1. Don't get confused here, okay? That is 20. Okay, so that's my starting number. I'm still going to add 2 zeros to that. 1, 2. And that's why I'm circling those numbers so we know they've already been represented. 1, 2, 3 back, add that comma, that says 2,000. 20 times 100 is 2,000. All right, let's do some subtraction here. 902 minus 316. Cannot take away, so I'm going to borrow. I know I can't borrow from 0, so I jumped over to the 9. That becomes 8, so that I can have 10 tens, which I will then borrow for and make 12 ones. I'm going to zoom in. Okay. Bouncing. Sorry. Okay. 12 minus 6 is 6. 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. So 902 minus 316 is 586. Okay, we have done side A of our worksheet today. If any part of this confused you, you have a couple options. 1, you can go back, rewatch the video. That's what it's here for. You're still confused? 2, you can reach out to me in any way. You can text, call, ask for Zoom, FaceTime, email, Remind, Padlet, any outlet is just fine to let me know that you need some help, and we'll walk through it. So please complete side B on your own.